What do you think would happen when a supposedly automated airplane suddenly had technical difficulties going up thousands of feet than it should? Indonesia Air Asia Flight 8501 was a scheduled international passenger flight operated by Indonesia Air Asia from Surabaya, Java, Indonesia to Singapore. On December 28, 2014, the Airbus A320 took off with over 162 people who at that time thought nothing could ever go wrong, for example, falling over 10,000 feet because of something that could have been easily resolved. Stay till the end to find out what happened to the Indonesia Asia Flight 8501. The aircraft used to fly to Indonesia is an Airbus A320 with serial number 3648. It made its maiden voyage on September 25, 2008, and AirAsia delivered it on October 15, 2008, before making its final flight on December 28th. The aircraft had been in service for over 20,000 hours during its 6 years of existence. Two CFM International CFM56 5B6 engines propel the plane, which can accommodate 180 passengers in its original configuration. The pilots in control of the aircraft were Captain Irianto, and he's a native Indonesian. After graduating from pilot school, he began his professional life in the Indonesian Air Force in 1983. First officer Remy Emmanuel, a French national, served as his co-pilot during the flight. He had a total of 2,000 hours in the cockpit, with 1,300 hours spent flying in the Airbus A320. According to the data that was made public by AirAsia, there were 137 adults, 17 children, 1 infant, and 162 passengers, 2 pilots, 4 flight attendants, and 1 engineer made up the aircraft's crew. Flight 8501 took off at 5:35 Western Indonesia time, and after 14 minutes it arrived at its normal cruising altitude, a flight level at 320 at 32,000 feet. After that, it connected with the M635 air route and continued northwesterly over the western Java Sea. Just few minutes after the takeoff, the pilot was able to communicate with the air traffic controllers in Jakarta. An electronic centralized aircraft monitor memo and a master caution light were displayed at 6 o'clock, after which the flight resumed its normal course. This signal was supposed to indicate a problem with the system that limited the rudder's movement. It was reported that the chief pilot, Captain Irianto, read the actions that needed to be taken to fix this failure and then rebooted both of the aircraft's flight alteration computers. After some minutes, the same error manifested itself, and the captain resolved it in the same manner. Soon after, the pilots made a 15-degree turn to the left to avoid bad weather, specifically a raging thunderstorm that could fail the system. For the same reason, the pilots contacted Jakarta Air Traffic Control and requested clearance to climb to flight level 380 at 1,200 meters, 38,000 feet. Due to the presence of other aircraft in the area, the controller could not grant immediate permission for this and gave them instructions to wait instead. At 6:16:45, the FAC circuit breakers were reset, which had immediate repercussions. Not only did this action reset the FAC computers, but it also disconnected the autopilot and the auto throttle, and it changed the flight control law from normal to alternate. The flight pilot, who may have been spatially disoriented due to the roll sensation, made 2 unnecessary actions. The first was a quick turn to the right. The airplane could surpass a climb rate of 10,000 feet per minute by making the ascent from 32,000 feet to 38.5 thousand feet in just 54 seconds. This is equivalent to 11.7 thousand meters. After that, it went into a stall and started to descend at a rate of up to 20,000 feet per minute. At the same time, the aircraft initiated a turn to the left and completed at least 1 full revolution before vanishing from the radar. 1 second later, the CVR finished recording and then stopped. The airplane went down, falling over feet per minute into the Java Sea, and was destroyed in the accident. The plane crashed, taking the lives of all 162 people aboard, resulting in a very unfortunate ending for the boarding passengers. The report concluded that the weather did not play a major role in the crash of the Indonesia Air Asia Flight 8501. It was mainly due to human error. Specifically, the pilots were not properly trained for such circumstances. According to investigators, the subsequent flight crew action led to inability to control the aircraft, which caused the plane to leave its normal flight envelope and enter a prolonged stall condition from which the pilots could not recover. There you have it, folks. We've reached the end of the video. Please tell us what you think about the crash and whether the pilots were to blame or not. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel so as to not miss out on future updates.